This is Svetashri from Jadavpur University. We are here talking about are women getting smarter for men. So, to put to perspective a few points, what do we consensually call as smartness? That needs to be decided upon first. And secondly, are women getting smarter for men? Really, if we were getting that smart for men, we would have successfully oppressed the other gender for centuries in a row right now.
I would like to add on to it. My point is, why are we putting this question in context to men? Like, why not? Like, why will our smartness or whatever be it defined according to men? Why would it be so?
And even if the question arises that the women are, smarter than men? Yeah, of course, we are. We are. Because we have surpassed them years ago, and I think that whatever we do, you take into example the sports, academics, politics, movies, wherever it is, we have surpassed them years ago.
We are not here to take separatist stances here. We are violating the main premise of feminism, that is gender equality, right? So when we are saying that one gender is surpassing the other in terms of wit, we are breaking the master's house with the master's tool. So I don't think that is pertinent.
Okay, what you just said, it's right, but I would like to add on to one point that what defines smartness according to you?
In my opinion, women are getting smarter with the very advent of modernization, so on and so forth. And this is a very, very, very welcome gesture. We men welcome this as something most positive thing which has ever happened in the history of mankind.
Obviously, women are not getting all the privileges or all the benefits that they should be having because of some limitations that they have been put onto.
I think to add on to that, we have always been deprived in the past. We cannot go back in the past and change it. So proper discrimination, correct discrimination has to be made right now. And even if we surpass men in our direction, we have the right to do that.
One thing that I would like to add that in today's day, woman emancipation is not a threat to men's dignity or men's path of development.
We are sitting here at Jadavpur University, which is a prestigious institute in Kolkata, and debating this. Go back and think about the women in Rajasthan. The way they are oppressed domestically, publicly, everywhere where they earn and where it hurts the male ego in the house if they go out to work.
And it's not only Rajasthan. If we consider our state, I was in an internship and I went to a certain village where I saw that the earnings of the women were not even considered to be earnings of that family.
One thing we cannot deny, that there is a kind of silent revolution in the air and change is taking place. And I am very, very, very hopeful that we will see some sort of a transformational change eventually and gradually, not rapidly and drastically, of course, in the long run.
1 minute.
Are you really comfortable with having a wife in future who's going to earn more than you? And if time comes, no, listen to me first. If time comes and any one of you have to leave the job, considering that you have a less salary than your wife, will you do that? Are you sure?
So demands,
See, again we have to decide, are you trying to ascertain that this is the representation of India that we have here? No. So if you are framing your questions in that perspective, you'll not get the answers that you are expecting here. But when you talk about the big picture, we are saying we absolutely accept what you say. We are there with you in the big picture, that there needs to be a transformation.
Don't you think that women are structured like that, not to speak at times about their problems or difficulties which they face with men? Don't you think so? And we actually restrict ourselves in not saying all those things because we fear that we might not be acceptable in society.
I just like to add on to one point that still there are many families in our area, in Paksakas area, being asked that why your brother is returning at 11 a.m. and it's okay, fine, and why are you returning at 11 p.m. It's not at all fine, just because we are girls and we cannot be smarter than men.
see, we have to acknowledge that prejudices are there, stereotypes are there, they are deeply entrenched, deep-rooted in the society. Having said that, I think we are losing sight of the brighter picture as well, that there is a kind of transformational change which is also taking place. women issues are being raised all the more in the news channel, by the NGOs, by the civil society, so on and so forth. Even the political parties
Issues are being raised. Why they are only being separated as women issues? That's my question. Like you just said.
it is being separated in order to highlight the preponderance and the importance that women are being given in the society today. That needs to be acknowledged and appreciated.
Just to sum it up, I just want to ask the questions to all the performative women here that if people like me, Abhishek or Amber, who want to resist on the same plane as you, will you accommodate our voices with you in that struggle, or will you think that we are usurping your space?
I think the proof of that is we all sitting in a circle discussing this issue right now.
And just one thing that we need to have this very clear in our mind, that amelioration of women is not an act of benevolence on the part of men. It's an innate right of women, each and every woman.